Hey, boys and girls, welcome back to Master Detective Archives Reign Code. In the last episode, we began looking further into the demise of Dr. Weska and the attempt at taking Yakou's life. With Vivia's nightmare's help, we decided it was time to look into the other areas of the secret research lab. And although we really didn't get much chance to really look at these areas before, we finally actually got to get a really good look at some of the other areas of the research lab, including an underground power area, which was pretty cool. But the thing is, with Vivia's powers, we were also able to get a secret look into the lives of the peacekeepers, as well as the other researchers. The only thing is, with time now starting to really tick down for the life of Yakou, honestly, we're really starting to get pressed for time, since he's about on his, basically his last strings, pretty much. So, yeah, he's not looking good right now, and us as, Yuma right now, we're thinking about running out no ability, going straight into Dr. Weska's lab, and hoping to get onto his computer, and get any kind of information about security logs to hopefully find out any kind of truth about what really happened inside his lab. And honestly, the only thing is, we still don't know anything about this Fink the Slaughter Artist character, the assassin that's basked in complete and utter mystery. And honestly, within time, maybe we will, but the thing is who knows when that time will come. So, with that being said, honestly, we're now officially, probably more than likely, getting ready to actually go into the mystery labyrinth, because this seems like it's definitely setting us up to be getting caught by somebody. So we definitely need to be careful on how we actually make our way over there. But it looks like there's supposed to be people all over here, so I'm kind of concerned on how we're actually supposed to walk over here. Oh no, it's easier. Okay. I thought it was a little bit harder in a way to actually sneak around them, but we could see their shadows before we actually walk up, so that's actually really good. But, yeah, we just need to make a quick little run into where we're needing to go, and hopefully use that to actually get some answers here. But just like that, Dr. Weska's lab is finally upon us now. Once again for the actually about 4th time of our adventure so far. Since,
I managed to get here without being seen, but there should be more peacekeepers up ahead.
Since there's been quite a lot of reasons for us to go back and forth between this place. But the thing is, are the peacekeepers still in this room? Because they were before, and they were debating if they should move Weska's body or not. But, I'm kind of curious on if they're still in here or not.
I better keep moving and stay out of sight.
Yeah, we definitely should, Yuma. For sure indeed, bud. But,
what if some toxic gas is still lingering around? Nah, just kidding.
We've already walked through here once, Shinigami. I don't know why you're bringing it up now, of all things, all times. But, yeah, let's make our way right back to where we need to go. Let's make a nice little look. Oh, peacekeepers are in here, but they're looking away.
I know it. There are still some peacekeepers, but once I'm at the computer, I'll be in their blind spot.
Hopefully so, but if they turn around, they could still see us, maybe.
How are you going to get past them?
Sneak? That's the only thing I can think of.
I just need to reach the computer without being seen.
This mission is impossible. Master, you gotta make sure you don't get clumsy.
Yeah, we really do, to be fair. Just don't get caught. That's the best thing we could do.
There's no time. We need to hurry up and check the doctor's computer. All that's left is to check the computer.
I wasn't thinking that the game was going to skip his dialogue there, but I'm pretty sure that's not good. Oops. Uh-oh. Well, we made noise. It's over. it's definitely over for us for the regular investigation, I think. Unless they didn't hear it.
Who's there?
Yep, they heard it.
Oh no!
Just go on the computer, bud.
Jeez, I told you not to get clumsy.
Yep, we messed up bad.
You're that terrorist detective. How did you get here?
Well, we kind of proved that we weren't the first part, but we're definitely the detective. Very good question. Not gonna give you that answer though, because I like being able to sneak around you guys as much as we want.
I'll catch you and report to Director Yomi.
You can try. You definitely can.
Master, you'll have to take a chance in the mystery labyrinth.
Yeah, it definitely seems that way.
Wait, I didn't check the computer yet. I have to do that before going to the mystery labyrinth.
Well, how are you gonna do it with these guys staring at you, bud?
Then what are you gonna do?
Good question. Got anything, Yuma?
What do I do?
Good question. I don't know if you can fight, so I don't think we're fighting them. We can try running for our lives. Oh, yep.
Just come quietly. Resistance is futile. What's the matter?
Huh? What was that? Oh, Vivia. Thanks, Vivia.
Vivia!
Sheesh. What a pain.
What are you sick
I
on
wanna
with?
die someday.
Not gonna be happening, Vivia. But, good to see you again.
You came to help me?
So he is more than likely gonna be joining us in the mystery labyrinth then. Because it looked like he wasn't gonna join us for, how the last episode ended. Because he was still inside the room with Yakou, and he said that he was gonna stay there while we go here. So I was thinking we were gonna get caught. Or at least, after we, like, get inside the computer. We still can. But I guess it confirms that Vivia will be joining us in the labyrinth that's, for this chapter, I would think. Because I still feel like, we're gonna get caught here. Don't know how, but there's only so much, area we can go in this area, since it's basically, like, a trap if you go in this area and if you're being caught. Or chased by somebody. So it's like, definitely not the best place to be if, somebody starts walking down the corridor, for sure. But good to see you, Vivia, nonetheless.
I always like to keep this syringe in my pocket.
Huh. What's in it?
He walks around with a syringe. He's like a walking cop magnet.
Cop magnet? I guess, yeah, I guess you could say that.
I know I should leave you alone, but curiosity got the best of me.
Well, it's good to see you, honestly.
You are like death itself.
Keep referencing that Book of Death there, bud. At least, I still don't get why he hasn't come out and just said it yet, at this point. He keeps hinting that he knows about it. And we know he knows about it from third person, but Yuma has no clue he knows. But, yeah, you could definitely say that.
You said that before, but I'm not the death detective.
I beg to differ sometimes, buddy.
No matter. I will be a witness to the end.
Huh. Yeah, you keep saying that. I guess we'll find out what the end truly is.
Once you obtain the truth, I'll see if you choose to scream or fall silent.
Fall silent, you say?
I don't get what you mean, but you really saved me. And now I can check the doctor's computer.
We can, thankfully. The only thing is I'm not really sure what we're really gonna find on there. I really am curious on what's in there, because when we were here as a ghost form, we couldn't get into it, and I've been wondering what was on it since. So, I am kind of curious what we'll find.
Vivia really helped us out there. Let's wrap up this investigation now.
Yeah, let's get closer and closer. I wonder if this is going to be a first where we're not, like, forced to go immediately into a mystery labyrinth or not. We haven't had one of those. Like, usually we're forced to go into one. But so far, it's possible we can go on there of our own volition. So, that would be interesting. I wouldn't mind it. It would definitely be different. But, let's talk to him first.
Hey,
You're going to check the doctor's computer, right? I think you should look into that as soon as possible. Okay, that makes me think that we're definitely gonna get caught then. Okay. Doctor's computer, let's look in.
It's not locked. Oh, thank goodness.
Well, there is no real reason for it to be locked, to be fair, if he locks himself in this room. So, I don't think he would need to worry about somebody going on his computer. But cool. It's very good information.
No one could enter this room, so he didn't need to set a password.
And thank goodness he didn't, because if he did, we would be out of luck.
Time to check it out. Let's security log, reference folder 1, folder 2, folder 3.
Okay, he doesn't name them, but reference folders. Okay.
Well, what are you looking at? And what did you find out?
Doesn't look like anything yet.
Well, basically, when the security system is turned on or off, it automatically records the date and time in the log.
That's basically what Dr. Wesko was saying.
So if someone cut the security and entered this room without permission,
He would know.
it would be recorded in the log.
Yeah, that would make a lot of sense.
Huh. I don't really get it. I'm not into modern machines and stuff.
Huh? What's going on here?
What's going on where?
What's wrong?
Yeah, what is wrong?
The only instance of the security being switched off was an hour ago. It hasn't been turned back on since, so...
Okay, that's weird. So they only have one instance of it being swiped off. So all of the previous times it's ever been turned off, it seems, have been deleted. Based on how that sounds. Okay, that is suspicious.
That means this must have been when I used Amapal to disable the security.
Apparently so.
Right. So what?
Honestly, I'm not really sure what to make of that.
Well, the last time security was cut was 90 days ago.
Yep,
90 days?
we were told 3 months. So, the only other thing is, they couldn't have done it when Amapal. So, what were they, just hiding inside the vent for, like, vents or something? For multiple days or something? Until, or well, maybe not even multiple days, to be fair. Because the only thing I can think of is maybe crawling through the vents, but the thing is we're told multiple times that you can't do that because it's too small and further in. So, that makes no sense. It really doesn't.
Which means that security was up for at least 90 days before I disarmed it.
Yep, apparently. Unless they were in the room with him the entire time, and he didn't know that.
There wasn't a single moment that security was cut during that time.
Huh. Weird. Records show the security system was disabled an hour ago. The last time it was disabled was 3 months ago. I'm just gonna say 3 months because it said 3 months ago earlier. Okay.
This old man was cooped up in here for 90 days? He's a bona fide shut-in!
Well, he's got a lot of secret research that nobody else can know about, so obviously he's got to lock himself up in here for a bit.
That's not the problem here. There's no record of anyone coming in and out of this room.
Which makes this a really confusing situation.
There should be a log of the hitman entering before we did.
There really should be.
Since there isn't, the doctor couldn't have been murdered here.
Yeah, it's weird.
It's the perfect, impossible crime.
You can definitely say that, Yuma.
From the looks of it, it appears we have strayed further from the truth.
Huh.
The files are formatted to prevent editing. There doesn't appear to be signs that the log was rewritten.
Okay, so none of it was deleted either. That's so weird. Huh. I actually have no idea how it was done then. I can't pinpoint them at all. This is a first, and I like it. I definitely like that. Because, last chapter, I did not mean to open that, but last chapter, I kind of suspected quite a bit of them. Because I didn't trust him. But in this one, it's like, we literally don't know who it is. And I'm very intrigued on who we're going to end up finding out who it's going to be. Or if it even is somebody we even know about. So, definitely curious for sure.
We've checked the data, but it's just made the crime even more impossible.
It really has. You could say that again.
And thus, the mystery deepens. Mysterious.
You and your mysteriables.
It's not over yet. There could be more secret data. Halara even mentioned it.
She did mention that, so it's possible.
His emails haven't been deleted.
Ooh, emails, you say?
He's been communicating a lot with the same person. One message is fairly recent, too.
Oh, this should be the secret person he's been working with, because we were told that... I forgot who exactly said it. I think it was Makoto specifically said it. We haven't seen him in a while. But Makoto said that he is working with somebody, and he would like to find out who it is. So this must be who Makoto is talking about. Okay. From no clue at hgta70.com probably to Dr. Huesca. Doctor, we have trouble. Someone has discovered our deal. You should go into hiding for the time being. I'm gonna say... This was my guess earlier. Is I said Yomi was probably the person he was working with. It's possible. But... I feel like Makoto is the one that found out here, based on what we're learning right now. And Yomi was the one working with the doctor. Maybe. Not 100%, but it's possible. From Dr. Huesca to the mystery person, it appears it's time to call it quits. We profited enough from this already. It's too dangerous to leak research and confidential information any longer. I shall fully withdraw from here. With this money, I will fund my new research. And there's proof that he was going to be trying to escape. Okay. From Who Knows to Dr. Huesca. Are the rumors true? You intend to leave Kanai Ward. Doctor, don't tell me you're plotting to take the research and run. I hope you already know this, but you have nowhere to go. Okay. From Who Knows to Dr. Huesca. What's the matter, Doctor? Are you ignoring me? I will not permit any betrayal. I've told you before, but you have nowhere to run. Prepare yourself. So whoever his informant was... So this might not even be Yomi then. Okay. So his informant is whoever this assassin is then. Based on them seeing it as betrayal. Interesting. This is, worrying for sure.
Quite a suspicious exchange.
It really is.
I'm sure Doctor refers to Dr. Huesca, but who is the anonymous person?
Honestly, more than likely whoever is playing the role of Fink here, honestly.
The address is just random characters jumbled together. It'd be hard to figure out who the person is just from this.
It really would be, unless the letters mean something. But I don't think they do, because I think they jumbled it on purpose. So we wouldn't be able to, guess who it is or stuff like that. But it is interesting.
The doctor spoke to a mysterious person about leaking research and confidential information.
True. That is true from what we learned.
Speaking of which, Makoto mentioned something similar.
Yeah, he said that he was working with somebody.
Well, this is just a rumor, but someone in Amaterasu Corporation is working behind the scenes with Dr. Huesca.
Yeah, that's what we learned earlier. And I thought I remembered that, and I did. That's good. Okay. So it was definitely Makoto is who they were talking about, found out that he was working with somebody. And they were worried about it. But whoever the informant is more than likely the killer. But the thing is it can't be Yomi because of the fact that we saw Yomi directly after Yakou got attacked, and they put on a lab coat. There's no time for Yomi to throw on the lab coat and then throw on his whole entire director uniform as a peacekeeper. It just wouldn't be able to be possible.
I don't know what they're plotting, but if this rumor is true, they must be dealt with eventually.
That would be true.
So his suspicions were right.
Huh.
Searching through the backlog of the emails, this appears to have been going on for over 5 years.
5 years, you say? And I don't think it can be Makoto either. Because if I think about it, if Makoto might be the killer, I don't think that would be possible because he seems like he has a peaceful nature of sorts. But the thing is we don't know what his face looks like. So, and I think they had short hair too, and Makoto has a little bit longer hair than Yuma. So, I don't think that would be the case either. It's definitely someone I think that we don't know at all. And that's going to make things a lot harder for sure.
But it seems like their relationship soured about 6 months ago. I guess the doctor wanted to cut ties.
Makes sense. He wanted to get out of here, and apparently this other person's a crazy lunatic that would go out of his way to get rid of him.
So the doctor plotted to leave Kanai Ward, and this anonymous tried to stop him.
Apparently so.
It's more like he directly threatened him, if you ask me.
Yeah, you could definitely say that. Okay, new key. Very important key, I'm pretty sure. The email records of Dr. Weska and Anonymous. There was regular communication between them until just recently. The doctor's email records.
Could Anonymous be the one who hired the hitman?
Maybe. And also, I don't see any peacekeepers yet, so we're still safe, it looks like. Because you can kind of see behind Yuma's arm when he moved for a second, so it looks like we're still safe to be in here. But, I'm gonna say more than likely... Well, if Anonymous did hire a hitman, then it would be Yomi, right? That makes me think that way. But, it's either Anonymous hired a hitman, or Anonymous is the hitman, right? That would make sense.
Doctor betrayed him, so he sought to kill the doctor. Makes sense.
Yeah, that seems to make sense.
The doctor didn't shut himself in here just for research. He did it to protect himself.
I don't blame him, honestly. If you knew somebody was coming for you, stay inside the lab for as long as you can.
He felt Anonymous posed a threat, so he barricaded himself in a lab with impenetrable security.
And as soon as anybody thought to step foot in his lab, well, he was taken care of right before we could do so.
It also makes sense.
But he sure didn't act like someone living with a death threat, right?
He kinda did.
Either he was that confident in his security, or it was just a facade.
Well, with the fact that his tune changed immediately as soon as he saw someone who was in there, he definitely wasn't confident then, that's for sure. So, probably both. Confident and he had a little bit of a facade about hiding his true feelings on the matter.
Regardless, this Anonymous is very suspicious. If only we could find out who this is.
I don't think it's going to be that easy, though.
Even if that person hired the hitman, we still don't know how he got inside.
Yeah, we really don't. And you need to have the facial recognition to get inside, but the thing is Yakou and the whole rest of the group got inside without facial recognition of being a Mataratsu or something, or unless maybe they knocked out a Mataratsu peacekeeper and used that to get inside, to just pushed him in front of the camera to scan his face so they could go in. But I don't know, we don't know how they got in, so I don't think that would be used here.
True, that is the biggest puzzle here.
Yeah, lots and lots of puzzles, but no answers.
How did the culprit get through such perfect security and murder the doctor?
Honestly, insanely good question.
If we don't figure that out, The case can't be solved and our innocence can't be proven.
Well, our innocence can be proven, but the case seems to be unsolvable at the current moment.
Huh?
Oh, we ran out of time for sure. Well, Mystery Labyrinth, here we go. Yep, thought so.
What are you doing here?
You again?
Hey, Yomi. Long time no see, buddy.
What are you, anyway? Were you born just to get in my way?
Possible. Very possible, but, this doesn't look good, but we know we're safe because, we got Shinigami, so we don't have to worry about getting shot on the spot. Maybe shot after we get out of here, but, for the most part right now, we're safe in the matter of, we know we're not going down here. But, good question there, Yomi.
Or was this all fated from the very beginning?
That's very possible, honestly.
No. Fate is just an excuse for defeatists.
Well, you're definitely going down, so you could try, bud, but I don't think you're gonna be winning this one. I could be wrong, though.
Alright, fine. You're not just some shit in my path.
Well, then what am I?
You're an obstacle in the way of my ideals. A piece of trash.
Wouldn't that make me more of your rival than anything? But, okay, you can call us a trash instead of a pile of poop. I guess that's better. Okay.
Trash must be dealt with properly before you rot and start to stink!
I don't know, man. Are you talking about yourself? What happened to that meat cube that you made?
What's your name?
I don't feel like telling you.
Yuma Kokohead.
You probably shouldn't have told him that one.
I see. I'll make a path through Kanai Ward's sewers with your name on it.
Okay then. So he's gonna name a sewer after us. That's, thoughtful, I guess, in a weird, sadistic way. Because, he cares about us enough to name something after us, I guess.
Of course. It'll be named after your bones once they're dumped there.
I don't like the sound of that, but, I'd like to see you try.
Hey! Capture these criminals! I'll execute them on the spot!
Why don't you just execute us without having us be captured? Wouldn't it be easier to just get us, on your own, Mr. Director? Oh, so mighty and powerful.
Shinigami, can you do it?
Of course, Master! We're finally acting like partners!
We really are.
And of course, it's all thanks to my patient training!
To the Mystery Labyrinth!
Alright! Mystery Labyrinth!
I wonder what Vivia is going to think of this, honestly. I'm quite curious, honestly. But, it looks like the transformation's a little different now that we actually want to use the Mystery Labyrinth for once, which is interesting. Huh. And we're actually more like the music, to be fair, but, it definitely feels a little different than previous times we went into the Mystery Labyrinth. But Vivia, you ready? Now you can say for sure you knew about everything. Kinda curious on what your thoughts are. I don't think, he'd forget, honestly. The thing is, because Vivia knew about Shinigami, wouldn't he be able to remember what happens here? I would think.
I see.
You want to admit it yet? He smiled.
So this is your true power. Yuma, I knew you were dangerous.
No matter what you say, it's already way too late!
It really is. In you go.
I want to die someday.
Why do you keep saying that, bud? Yep, off we go indeed. Huh. Interesting, though. Very very interesting from what we could see, like, just from stuff we've seen so far and everything. I'm kind of curious on how this is going to work with Vivia knowing ahead of time about Shinigami. Is that going to be good for us or bad for us in the end? Depends on how this mystery labyrinth goes, right? That's really the best way to think of it, I think. But the thing is we don't know for sure. Off to the mystery labyrinth we go for the, honestly, biggest case we've had so far. And it's only just it's going to get bigger and bigger as time goes on, too. I'm kind of curious on how this one's going to go, since, honestly, I'm definitely invested in what's going on here. I've been invested with all of them, to be fair, though. But I'm very curious on this one.
Falling. Why can't it ever be a gentle landing?
Good question, honestly.
Oh, Vivia. This is called the Mystery Labyrinth.
I think he already knows that, because he knows about the Book of Death.
So, this place is a physical manifestation of mysteries from the case?
Yep.
You can tell? Oh, well, anyway, this actually isn't my forte. It's...
Yep, the lady on the left.
Due to the power of death. Her, right?
Yep.
Huh?
The basic, physical, manifestation of death. So yeah, definitely for sure.
So you really could see me this whole time.
Yep. And now we know for sure about it. Thankfully, Yuma now knows that now. But Shinigami wasn't sure about it looks like. Huh.
He could?
Yep. He definitely could.
It's due to my spiritual affinity. Ever since I was young, I've been able to see otherworldly things.
Which is why you knew that you had your forte, which is why you trained your ability, and ended up becoming a detective. That's kind of how it goes when it comes to that stuff. Okay. Interesting. So that's the exact reasoning, is because of the thing that led to him getting his forte.
My forte was gained through training that innate talent.
Yep. I was going based off of Halara. So, okay, interesting. Very, very interesting.
Though, I wasn't able to see her clearly like this before.
Well, she was a bit different of a shape in the real world, to be fair.
I could tell you were talking to some haze following you around, but that was it.
Oh, so you couldn't actually hear what she was saying. I thought you could, because it sounded like you were reacting to what she was saying.
Until one day, I used my spectral projection at the agency, and saw that death got clear as crystal.
Okay, so he did. Okay. So, that's how that works. Huh.
After that, I did some research.
And that's how you found out about the Book of Death, I'm guessing.
I discovered that the WDO Underground Book Vault held something called the Book of Death.
Okay.
And also, that someone had taken it.
Whatever happened to that book, honestly, is what I'm really curious about.
Did I take it? Before I lost my memories?
Maybe.
I don't know. Since you're a rookie, I doubt you'd have access to the book vault.
And you gotta be, from what we know, you gotta be number 1 to be able to even go in there. So, we either snuck in there or number 1 let us in. So, honestly, kinda curious on how that came to be.
Only a handful of people have WDO clearance for that.
Oh, there's more people than just him? Okay. Because our memory made it seem like it was only him that could go in there.
Just a handful?
Apparently so.
Anyway, you've been using this ability to solve the other cases up till now, haven't you?
Yeah, you could definitely say that.
Yeah.
And, some of them have been regrettably, to be fair. The second chapter specifically. But every other case, it was good for us to use the ability, I think.
So, This is also related to the mysterious deaths of all those culprits?
Maybe. Yep, we got caught.
My guess is clearing a labyrinth, a materialization of a mystery, causes its true perpetrator to die.
Yep, that's exactly how it works there, Vivia.
If that's the case, you've killed a lot of people with your own hands, Yuma.
Not really my hands, Shinigami. It's blame her, not me. She's literally what you could call death. So, blame her, not me.
Well, I didn't really kill anyone. It's just what happens when...
Yep, when you solve one.
Nope. I may be the one reaping their souls, but the blood is still on your hands.
I'm not taking that, because that's not true. By any means necessary. Because the first one, you didn't even tell us that was going to happen. So, don't even blame us.
What? Hey!
And then the other ones, we didn't even say we wanted you to do that. It's just you went out and did it on your own anyways. So, don't blame us at all.
No point in pretending to be a goody two-shoes. You're risking your life to solve these mysteries.
True.
I see. So you're determined to do this, huh?
Well, it depends on the factors, yeah. But not every case has been one we were fully determined to end the mystery once we knew the truth.
Sorry, but I don't think I have that kind of conviction myself.
Oh, looks like he's gonna stay here. Well, you can't use your power to sneak up on us, so if you want to just watch us the entire time, it ain't gonna happen.
So, I think I'll take a nap here while you go and risk your life.
Well, have fun, I guess.
You can sleep if you want, but you won't be able to get out.
True, you'll be stuck here.
Is that so?
Well, he does keep saying that he'd rather go, to be fair. So, yeah, I guess that wouldn't bother you, would it?
If you're not with Master when and if he solves the labyrinth, this place will collapse around you.
True, it definitely will.
Well, if you don't have any regrets in the real world, you're free to die here.
I'd rather you not do that, Vivia.
Regrets? I don't have any of those. But there are still some things I've left unfinished.
Well, that's good to hear. So that means you won't just, stay here and crumble with the labyrinth then. But, what do you mean exactly by left unfinished?
Especially after you exposed the mystery of this case.
What do you mean by that?
Well, he did say he had a vision of what's to come, a premonition. And that it could possibly lead to ruin, but it could also lead to rebirth. And a better future, depending on how things go. But yeah, what do you mean by that?
I'll be perfectly clear. I'm just going to tag along. I'll leave the heavy lifting to you.
Don't worry about that, because I'm gonna be honest. There is very much things that you will be able to do. Even though I don't think you solved the case, so technically I don't think he lost any of his memories during the case whatsoever. And it wouldn't make sense with the fact of how his powers are and just his innate as a human in general, like him being able to see spiritual things and stuff like that. And him knowing about Shinigami beforehand, I think he would be able to use what he knows. But I don't think, based on what he's saying, he's not going to do it. But it's good to at least have him around.
I don't care what you do, just don't get in our way.
Yeah, just let us solve the case, but give us some answers every now and then what you think is going on. For sure. I would at least like to hear from you during the case.
Well, Master, let's do the usual.
Oh yeah, this again. We need our sword. I wonder what Vivia's reaction's
Master,
gonna be.
Are you ready to give your life for the truth?
I am.
Oh, here we go. Gotta get our sword of truth and our keys to go along with it, so gotta go through Shinigami's way of getting everything set up. The only thing is I'm not sure how we're gonna put this case together, because I really don't have an answer to what we've learned so far. Like, I have ideas, but I also have a lot of, like, theories at the same time.
Is that sword for cutting through mysteries? This place must be pretty dangerous.
It's, yeah, it can be. We haven't had any major problems, though, for sure. Oh yeah, this part.
Here you go, Master. Here's your solution key.
What do you think about that, Vivia?
Is that key something like a clue for the case?
Yep, kind of. Manifestation of clues, at least.
Wow. Looks like you're ready to go.
Could you be more of a downer? Whatever. I'm gonna ignore you.
Honestly, I'm having fun. You keep being you, Vivia. This is pretty funny to me.
So let's go and unravel this mystery labyrinth.
Okay, let's go.
Let's hunt down this culprit who preys on the truth.
I really am curious on who the mystery person Weska has been talking to for sure. But I'm still not sure if they were the person to take him out, though.
We have to walk? This is unbearable.
Actually, you're not going to be walking, you're going to be running through the labyrinth. Hope you're ready, bud.
Come on! You're bumming me out here.
I thought you were going to ignore him.
That is what you said. But in we go. In we go indeed. But a lot of mysteries in this one for sure. With little to no answers, too.
Say, Vivia, do you remember anything about the case?
I would hope he would, based on him knowing beforehand, but it's curious if he does lose his memories, even with the fact that he has those, like, innate abilities.
You mean Dr. Huesca's murder? Or are you talking about when Chief Yakou was attacked?
Both of them.
Huh? You remember? Everyone else that came here lost their memories.
Well, that's, probably a good thing if he remembers what goes on here, maybe. Because the thing is if he remembers, he could at least maybe trust us, depending on how this ends, right? So, maybe it'd be good to have Vivia on our side, instead of him still questioning our like, powers and Shinigami and all that.
That's pretty rare. Must be because of his whole spiritual thing.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
So the others lost their memories. That's why no one remembers this death god.
Yep, entirely based on that. But, they did still kind of at least, you know, recognize we solved the case, though. So, it still ended up working in the end.
How rude of them. It's thanks to yours truly that those cases got solved.
Yep, indeed.
That reminds me, I used my coalescence with Fubuki before Vivia.
True. What do you mean by that, though?
But Vivia is the only one who came into the mystery labyrinth.
Oh, okay. That's what you meant by that. Whoever I used my powers with recently. I'm guessing it's the last person I worked with, is the answer there.
I guess coalescence got overwritten. Maybe it only takes the most recent ability.
Really? Okay. Interesting.
I don't know either.
Well, fair enough.
You don't know? But coalescence is your power, Shinigami.
Yuma, she said it multiple times now, bud. It's your power.
Relax, will ya? Minor detail.
Huh.
You would have been better off with Fubuki. She would have been far more useful for this case.
No, she wouldn't. Not for this one, no. She wouldn't be able to turn back time.
It doesn't matter anyway. No one can use their forte here.
Yeah, literally. Well, it's all your mind here, bud, is going to be helping us out. So thankfully he remembers, so now we have two minds that can mix together to solve this case, unlike before.
Oh, so now I really don't have to do anything. Thank goodness. What a relief.
Jeez! You ever think your lack of motivation could be contagious?
It probably could be. In the right circumstance.
Hey, relax.
Okay, it looks like we're free. Okay, into the mystery labyrinth we go then. Kinda curious on, what kind of setting they're gonna get us into here. Like, cause every single mystery labyrinth has been different in their own way. So I'm wondering if it's gonna take up the idea of, like, the secret lab or not. Oh, starting with the doors.
There's that mystery!
Yep, our very first one. Got some ammo pals in here, though. But what we got? Nothing?
I wish they wouldn't spring out of nowhere like that.
That's a first. There's nothing on the wall.
I thought this labyrinth would only require your wits, but it looks like it's going to take more than that, Yuma.
It really does, honestly.
Well, he doesn't have a whole lot of wits, so he doesn't have a choice.
Rude. But fair too, sometimes. He's smart sometimes and not smart other times. He can be too trusting, for sure, sometimes, with, the last chapter especially. Huh? Keys. It's even different.
Why didn't a problem appear?
So no answer or question to answer in 2 locked rooms.
Not only was there no problem, no choice appeared either.
That's weird.
Master, maybe you don't even know which mystery to start with to solve this case.
Possible, that would make sense.
Yeah, there's so many unknowns. I'm honestly feeling lost right now.
Maybe we should start with an easier one to solve, maybe. Maybe the mystery of the actual room itself, maybe? Like getting to Huesca's lab? That could be simpler to solve, I think. But other than that, that's all I can really think of.
Come on! You gotta know where to start with this stuff, or you won't be able to solve a single thing!
Yeah, that does definitely hinder things.
Let's decide that for now. What's the first mystery of this case?
Well, what do I got? Options.
First mystery is the fact that Dr. Huesca was murdered in a completely locked room with no way in or out.
True, but that's way too hard of a mystery to solve right away.
The doctor was located deep in the critical lab, behind layers of security.
And seemingly no secret entrance either.
And yet, he was found stabbed to death.
With, sulfuric acid burns in his jacket and skin. Although he never said anything about his skin being burned, but his jacket was definitely burned. With, after being dipped in some kind of inside the sulfuric acid that he has in his lab.
We were the first to discover the body. At the time, we were controlling the robot Amapel.
Yep, that is true.
Because of that, we were thought to be the culprits. But we obviously aren't.
And the fact that somebody got stabbed afterwards, I'm surprised they still thought we were the culprits.
So how did the culprit get in and out of the doctor's lab?
Honestly, really good question.
That's what I don't know.
Me neither, buddy.
But the culprit is definitely the hitman, right?
I would think so. There's no point in it not being him for both of them.
I think so, but I'm not absolutely sure.
Huh.
Besides, even if the hitman did it, there's the question of who hired him.
That really is a the thing, who did hire him. I'm gonna say Yomi, but we don't know who the anonymous messenger was at all.
But there's no doubt the hitman stabbed Chief Yakou.
That's true.
That's the only thing I'm absolutely certain about.
Maybe we should start with Yakou then. Maybe. Maybe that'll be a good way. Like, peacekeepers. What?
Peacekeepers?
How the heck are they in here?
Kanai Ward's garbage. What are you doing here?
Oh, wait a minute. This is his, okay, never mind. I was about to say, this is, okay, so this is the mystery phantom for him, okay. I wasn't expecting him to come in with peacekeepers, though, for, like, mystery phantoms to follow alongside him. That's interesting.
Yomi Hellsmile.
Yep, Yomi indeed.
So the director of the Peacekeepers is here.
Kind of. But it looks like, if he were to have a mystery phantom, I don't think he needs one because of the fact that he's sadistic as all heck anyways, and there's no reason for him to, you know, change in a mystery labyrinth, I think.
Yeah, but he's just part of the mystery labyrinth.
I would believe so, because he got frozen in time in the real world.
I figured. In other words, he's a monster created from the labyrinth, right?
Well, he's a monster in real life too, to be fair.
Right.
You pieces of shit.
Oh. Yeah, he's definitely changing. Oh, wow. What the heck is going on with you? It's like a demon and an angel mixed together. Okay. That is, I guess you could say, duality of man or something like that. Or like pure duality, I guess. Huh. Weird.
You're disturbing the peace of Kanai Ward!
Nah, you've been messing with that since the beginning, bud.
This guy doesn't seem like an easy opponent.
You can say that again. And also, his sword is very bendy. Huh.
But we have no choice. For Chief Yakou, for everyone.
Yeah, we gotta do something.
You killed Dr. Weska, didn't you? Turn yourselves in so I can torture you to death!
I highly doubt you'll be doing any of that, buddy. But here we go. It's like a chain sword, which is, reminds me of, Fire Emblem 3 Houses, for the, main weapon for Byleth, which is pretty cool. But, definitely, interesting on the duality aspect of him, though. Because I thought, if anything, if he were to take a form of any sort, it wouldn't be a simple one.
Dr. Weska.
Nope. Oh, dodge early.
Security system to the doctor's.
Let me see what we got first before we go straight into his stuff here. Shoe print on Almapal's head. We could use that, but I don't think this is where we do that. I'm gonna hold off for a second. Just because I don't think we have the answer yet.
Lab.
Saying worm to us a bunch. Bunch of things for free points, though. Ow.
Until you actually enter the lab. The security system for the critical lab.
Wait, stayed active. Well, that's... Really, that's not where we swing. That sounds like a good one to say, because the toxic gas would keep us out.
The security system was definitely still active. That's why you guys worked so hard to disarm it.
Yeah.
But I used it more in a way that we're slashing that somebody else, but it really shouldn't be possible to go in there. But, okay. Yeah, you're right. But the doctor was already dead by the time we got past the security and went inside.
That must mean someone else went into the critical lab before you guys, right? The intruder may have left some traces behind. Let's check the solution keys for anything useful.
Okay, so it gave us a hint on what we need to hold on to then. So we need the shoe print. The critical lab, there was a shoe print on Amapal's head. And then we'll just wait for him to give us a good thing to... I'm dodging some of these, but it doesn't react in time for some of them, to be fair. Okay, we'll just kind of try and dodge as much as we can.
The security system for the critical lab stayed active.
It did.
It's impossible to bypass the system while it's active.
Well, I think this is where we swing. Gonna go for it. Really? Okay, that sounded like he was ending his sentence there, though. Completely. Full stop.
We don't know how they got through the security system, so I don't think you can rebuke that statement. The shoe print on Amapal bothers me, though. It wasn't there at first, was it?
Yeah.
No, I don't remember the shoe print being there when we sent Amapal into the airlock. I see now, with this piece of evidence, I should be able to prove someone else entered the critical lab.
You're the ones who
Yeah.
killed Dr. Weska.
I'm gonna try and... I don't think you can fast forward and dodge at the same time. I really don't think it's possible sometimes. Like, if you're, like, staying away from the areas and not trying to, like, dodge specifically, you can kind of do some things. But it's definitely not an easy thing to do.
No one can enter the doctor's lab.
Okay, here we go. We're getting close to it.
There couldn't be an intruder.
Well, there definitely is, bud. And we got our thing to swing at finally. Took a little bit of our HP though for the first one, but that was because he had a
first discovered. Amapal was about to enter the doctor's lab.
Had a much longer little thing to fight us with that time than I was expecting it to be, because it sounded like he was ending during the second one there when we swung the second time. But yeah, definitely we found it after we got in.
But something bumped into it and knocked it over.
And kicked it over specifically.
In fact, there was a mark on Amapal's head, like someone kicked it.
Yep, definitely true there.
That mark wasn't there when we borrowed it. It's proof that someone else was in the lab.
And it wouldn't be Dr. Weska kicking it over.
You call that evidence?
It's something.
Is bullshit the only thing that comes out of that mouth?
It comes out of your mouth kind of quite often, buddy. I'm gonna be completely fair with you. But I'm not gonna specifically say it, but I will say that for sure you... Huh?
There was an intruder?
Okay, we're repelling something. I didn't realize we were repelling.
And in fact, you proved that yourself!
I don't think that's where we're swinging. Okay, it is. Okay, I just wanted to make sure. So, many self-serving arguments...
It's all made up. Use your powers of deduction and repel the contradiction.
Okay. I'll just hold it.
Intruder?
I like how just one of them is just calling us a name. Though. Okay, but yeah, it's definitely the final one. Wait for him to slash it first, though. Swing away, and good old repel. There you go, bud. How'd I prove it myself?
What do you mean? We proved there wasn't an intruder.
Yeah, what did you mean by that?
You still don't understand? Don't make me laugh.
How about you say it? Lab map, airlock decontamination device. Let's see here, what do we got? Okay, toxic gas. This device exists to prevent leakage from the toxic gas chamber. The lid is barred, but has a hinge to make it easy to open and close. And we also have the map. A floor map of the lab. It was supposed to be a top secret file, but it was found hidden behind a houseplant. I'm going to say this one. The lab map seems early. Oh, you sent it underground. Honestly, good question.
By the time you arrived at the scene, there
What
was
the?
no one else, right? There's no place to hide in the critical.
Oh, nope, that is not true. Found that one out immediately. Nice try, though. Surprised he has white hair here, by the way. You'd think he was...
hiding spot. It's inside the airlock's decontamination device.
You'd think he would keep it as his mystery phantom form, like the red hair, on at least like the right side of him. But, yeah, there's definitely a hiding spot. Although... how he got in still is a question, though. Even with the hiding spot.
The vent cover can be easily removed, and there's just enough space for someone to fit inside.
You just gotta be, you know, well, fit enough to get up there, because it's pretty decently high up.
If they hid inside the decontamination device, we wouldn't have seen them when we arrived at the scene.
Which is true.
So what? You've got it all wrong anyway.
Nah, you're always wrong, buddy. So don't even try there, Yomi.
Everything is wrong. Your existence is all wrong. Have fun chasing that fake truth you found.
Uh-huh. Yeah, definitely. But you'll be continuously fighting against that, same truth that we just brought up throughout the rest of this case, probably. So, you probably believe it a little bit to yourself, you just don't want to admit it. But off he goes with his big old chainsword. Huh. But at least we repelled him for now. But yeah, he's definitely, very angry. Oh, broke a lock and another lock. Okay, cool. Looks like we're gonna be...
managed to defeat him this time, but it's not over yet.
Yeah, it looks like we're gonna be able to continue forward. Still no question on the wall, though.
He sure is persistent, huh?
You could definitely say that.
Anyway, there's no doubt someone else was inside the doctor's lab.
Yeah, there's really no doubt there, for sure.
So let's unravel each mystery one at a time.
Yep, one at a time indeed. Slow and steady wins the race here, I think.
Alright, we'll get it this time.
Okay, well, or at least try, at least. Hopefully a problem solved. Oh.
Come on, why does it have to be so sudden?
That's an interesting question. Was there an intruder? Well, yeah, technically. The whole entire detective agency technically counts as an intruder. So, we can't say no here. But, that's just because of the fact that we know the agency got in. And they're not supposed to be here. But, they're not the intruder, though, specifically.
Okay, now that we've wedged our way into this mystery, we just gotta head through the labyrinth and reach the truth!
True there, Shinigami. Okay, well, first, let's talk to everybody here. What's with the pink, like, slime? Pink and green slime all over the place in this one. It's more, unsettling, this, for what we're dealing with. Was it supposed to be, like, acids or something? Because, Dr. Wesker was working with them or something? Huh. You better not say you don't know which to pick. Okay. Well, I was just kind of curious what you'd say.
Oh, the mystery's just getting started. No slip-ups here, Master.
Yeah, it really is just getting started. Let's go with yes, because there's no doubt that there is an intruder in the fact that there's multiple of them here. So, let's just say yes here. There's no way to disprove that there isn't one. But it looks like we are seemingly right.
We're just now getting to the point. What a pain.
We gotta start from the beginning, buddy.
Hey, don't sigh. This is a good thing.
It really is, honestly.
Sorry.
Still sighed.
Anyway, let's head inside.
Yeah, let's head in and see what we got. Because I'm kind of curious on what kind of form the lab is going to take here. Ooh.
It was an intruder for sure. We know someone bumped into Amapal.
Yep, we know that for sure.
The culprit probably hit Amapal on their way out.
It seemed like they were waiting for Amapal and then specifically kicked it over, kind of. Because they could have left the room a long time ago unless they heard something coming. But who knows?
After that, they must have intended to leave the lab.
Seemingly, yeah.
But they couldn't because we were in the front chamber.
True.
So they hid inside the decontamination device to avoid us.
Yep, when we finally started walking towards the area. So, the fact that we couldn't move our head really doesn't matter in this one, as the robot, at all. But they definitely left when the robot was kicked over.
So, if you checked inside the decontamination device on the way to the scene,
we would have saw them, apparently.
you would have caught the culprit then and there.
Yep. But that would have been impossible to know.
Yeah, but it was an emergency and we had no idea they were in there.
Yep, not at all. There would be no way for us to know.
It's super lame to make up excuses, Master.
Yeah, sure. We're not... We can't figure that kind of stuff out. It's impossible.
It's not an excuse.
It really isn't.
But it is true.
But, yeah, it is true though, for sure.
If I had thought about why Amapal was knocked over at that time,
We could have looked around.
I would have realized the culprit was in there. We could have waited in ambush or searched for them.
True.
And if I'd caught the culprit then, Chief Yakou wouldn't have gotten stabbed.
Maybe.
Master, wallowing in regret is even lamer. If you have time for that, you have time to keep going.
True.
Right.
Okay. Well, it's definitely taking more of the chamber and like look-wise. Interesting theme to the lab, or the mystery labyrinth right now. But further in we go. Further and further for the truth. The only thing is what really is the truth? Oh, another question.
Really? Another fork in the path.
Apparently so. One of them's a pineapple. How did the culprit enter the lab?
Seems like we're finally at the central question.
Okay. Never entered in the first place. Invited in by the doctor. Invited in by the doctor? What? That's interesting. Huh. Deactivated security by cutting power. Well, they couldn't deactivate the security, so that's definitely not it. Never entered in the first place or invited by the doctor is the only answer. What? Wait, what? That makes no sense.
This is the first step to solving how the culprit committed an impossible murder.
I'm trying to piece together how any of those other two possibly could be it. But they're the only choices. Because the first one's definitely not right.
I leave the rest to you. I'm going to read a book or something.
Oh, you actually brought a book in here. Huh. I didn't think you would be able to bring other things in here.
You can bring your own stuff into the mystery labyrinth?
Apparently so. That's pretty cool.
He's just special.
Oh. That makes sense. How's your book there, buddy? I'll leave it to you to solve this one, Yuma. Okay, well, you do you then. What about you, Shinigami?
Show that good-for-nothing anemic vampire. What's up with your killer deductions, Master?
I don't think the doctor invited them. So, it's the middle one? Because the security never got shut off in his area. Is there more? Just curious. There's no point in not trying to see if there's a fourth option here. I'm gonna say the middle one. Even though it sounds weird, it's possible. But at the same time, it makes no sense either, but none of them really do. Never entered in the first place, I guess. Is it right?
Right! right here.
Oh, something happened. What the? Then how'd he get inside?
Culprit never entered? But you said there's no doubt the culprit was in there.
What?
Perhaps the intruder is not the culprit after all.
So you're saying that the doctor committed suicide?
No,
If
I don't
the
think
doctor
that's it
committed
either.
Suicide, then the culprit wasn't the intruder, but the doctor himself.
But if the doctor did it, there would be no intruder. The doctor was already in the lab.
That's so weird. What? What? I am so confused on that one. But it's where we need to go, apparently. Oh, we got locked in here, though.
A trap?
Oh, no. Not this again.
Guess you were wrong, Yuma. Well, I already knew that before you entered.
No, that's just, now we gotta figure out how they never entered, to be fair. We're right, it's just that we're right in a way that we need to figure it out right away.
What? Why didn't you tell me?
Uh-huh, yeah, sure, Vivia.
You wanted me to tell you? You should have said so earlier.
Uh-huh.
People only grow by learning from past mistakes, which is why I purposely...
Didn't tell us. Oh, huh. This is new. We've never seen anything trying to fight us. Huh.
Master, we have to get out of here!
How do we get out?
I don't see a way out.
Use logic to show how this route is the wrong one!
How this route is the wrong one. Okay.
Alright, I'll try.
What do we need to do exactly? What do we have to slice the right one? Why is the doctor's death not correct? The wounds in his back definitely would be one. But I don't think it's this one either. So I think it's the burn marks for sure. There are 3 stab wounds in Dr. Huesca's back. One of them still has a knife stuck inside it. With no other injuries, this appears to be the cause of death. But that looks like burn marks. And we know that he's working with sulfuric acid because we found it in his lab. And we also know that he was using it on people, apparently. So, from his research notes. So, I feel like, let's go with that one. I felt weird about that since the beginning. Okay, cool.
That's right. The doctor was stabbed 3 times in the back.
And that wouldn't make it much sense, if that's the case. But I didn't think he took himself out anyways, to be fair.
One stab would have indicated that he held the knife in place, then fell on it to kill himself.
Yeah, true. But he didn't fall on himself, it was in his back.
But he couldn't have made 3 wounds like that. There's no way it was a suicide.
It really wouldn't make much sense. So, what route is right, then? Unless it...
Well,
it's continuing.
I may have messed up, but at least we got a little closer to the truth.
A little bit. It's something, but we kind of already could figure that one out to begin with. That he didn't take himself out.
Maybe, but if you hadn't messed up in the first place, you wouldn't have to come up with such a lame excuse.
Well, we didn't mess up, though. To be fair, there really wasn't a true answer there.
I know. I'll do better next time.
Which route would we have gone down? Either other one wouldn't have led to the answer either. But okay. If you say so there, Shinigami and Vivia, that we were wrong the entire time there. I highly doubt it, though, unless this takes me back to that room. But I don't think it's taking us back there. I think we're gonna continue still going forward. Regardless. Unless I'm wrong. But I feel like I'm right. No, it did take us back here. Really? What about you, Vivia? What do you think now? Same thing as before. What about you, Shinigami?
it's all good. That's just one out. This time, let's hit it out of the park.
Well, it still gave us something for going through there, regardless. Also, this kind of looks like a door in a way. But you can't do anything with it, it's just scenery. It looks like one of these doors, though. Invited in by the doctor. Let's go with that one. Although, why would he? Because it's not the power. Power said that it was never switched off. So, that wouldn't make any sense.
The doctor invited the culprit in? But why?
Yeah, that really makes no
so
sense.
Muddled now because we're assuming the culprit forced their way inside.
Yep.
If the culprit was invited to the lab, then he easily would have been able to enter.
True.
Ah, so you think the doctor disabled the security? He wouldn't need it if he was expecting a guest.
True. Huh. Weird. Well, it looks like we've got another thing to slash at, though. So another trap. But I think all these paths lead to traps, though.
This route is wrong
based on this one.
Again?
Yep, again indeed.
No need to worry, Yuma.
Why do I not need to worry?
I don't mind it at all if we can't find a way to move forward.
Huh. Do you say so?
Sheesh. Even I'm losing motivation. You can take care of this on your own, can't you, Master?
Don't let him influence you!
Yeah, please don't influence her, Vivia. Okay, what do we need to slash at this time? Why is quote-unquote invited, why isn't, oh, well, okay, I thought that was different. Why is invited by the doctor not correct? Well, the security log would definitely be the answer here. The security log of the critical lab, whenever the security is turned on or off, the date is automatically recorded, especially when he turns it off himself. Records show the security system was disabled an hour ago. It has not been turned back on since. Yuma and Company used download PAL to disable the security. The last time it was disabled before was 90 days ago, 3 months. In other words, until Yuma and Company disabled it, the security system has been running without issue for the past 90 days, or 3 months. So, that one. 100% that one, out of the two.
The log on the doctor's computer didn't show any signs of security getting shut down.
It definitely didn't.
If that's the case, he certainly didn't cut security just to let someone in.
Yeah, it wouldn't make sense. Not with what we know. So 2 down, but the first one's wrong entirely. He said it couldn't.
No excuses, Master. Do it again.
Not my fault.
You're tired, Yuma. Why don't you lie down for a bit?
Not gonna happen, Vivia.
Resting here wouldn't help me at all.
It really wouldn't. But yeah, it's all 3 of them are wrong answers. 100%. Because the first one we learned at the very beginning, he has a separate power system inside his lab. So he literally couldn't have had his lab security shut off by the power. So it's definitely not that either. Same things from both of them?
Yuma.
Same as before, but Shinigami did say something different before.
Oh, it's all good. That's just 2 outs, like baseball. That's when the real deduction begins.
Or you strike out with the third one being completely wrong as well. Deactivating security by cutting the power. Well, let's go for it. Also, I noticed there's spiders on the walls made out of lanterns. That's interesting. But this can't be right. 100% wrong. It's gonna definitely lead to a trap.
The blackout to slip past security and into the lab.
Nah.
That answer is pretty simple. Almost too simple.
Nope. People at the end, 100% a trap. Okay, well, third one was wrong as well. That's a strikeout for sure when it comes to baseball. Based on what Shinigami was saying.
This was the last route!
It definitely was.
This labyrinth is a tricky one. It's like one of those old detective novels.
You could say that again.
Perhaps you're the real culprit, Yuma.
Yeah, sure. I definitely took out Huesca. Even though there's literally no way of doing so.
Really, Master?
I'm not.
Of course not! Focus! We need to get out of here!
We really do. Okay, what's our selections for this one? We should have something about backup. Yeah, here we go. Power supply, and then security log. The critical lab security system operates on a separate power system that then what is managed by the electrical room. That's why that deactivating security by cutting the power is definitely not correct. We learned that from the start, though, so I knew that wasn't the answer right away.
The critical lab was on a separate grid, and the lab switchboard wasn't in the electrical room.
Which is true.
The security wouldn't shut off, even if there was a blackout in the building.
The only thing is with all three of those being wrong, what do we do? Unless maybe this opens a fourth secret entrance. They gonna get on me for all three of them being wrong?
What's going on? Were all three routes wrong?
Apparently.
I wonder what it means.
Honestly, same. And I'm still wondering why the picture of obviously Yakou is one of our keys as well. I am very curious about that. And in we go. Back to, I guess, where we started again. Maybe there's something new here? Oh, it was a door. What the?
Hey, there's another door!
Wait, what? I said that as a joke just because it looks like the pineapple thing, but it actually was a door. What the? Oh, okay then.
I get it! Since we proved that every possibility was wrong, a new one has appeared!
So what's that one saying?
Interesting. The mystery labyrinth not only materializes the case, but also changes based on your investigation.
Apparently so, but we kind of knew that before, but that's interesting though, that it gave us 3 wrong answers and then gave us a maybe right answer in the end.
Right. Something felt off about those other routes. It's almost like we were forced to choose the wrong way.
Because they slightly helped us figure out the truth, I guess?
But by eliminating each wrong answer one by one, you opened the path to the right answer.
Maybe.
You sound disappointed.
Yeah, why are you disappointed?
Who cares? Let's just see what's in the final route!
Well, should we find out what it says first? Okay, yeah, we're going to. What does it say? Enters and kill.
They use spectral projection to enter and kill him?
What? Vivia, were you the killer? I don't think it's him, either. He said that he can't.
Then, the culprit is...
It's not Vivia. Unless he wants to admit it.
I can't believe the culprit entered the labyrinth with us. That's never happened before.
That's an interesting thing for you to say, but... interesting.
How dare you trick me!
But I don't think it's Vivia, because he said he can't interact with things in the real world. So, I don't think that's going to be the case.
There is no escape! Once the mystery labyrinth is solved, the culprit will be judged! Master, let's finish up this mystery labyrinth and boom kill this dude!
I don't think it's him.
Hold on!
It's not him. Oh, we're being forced. Vivia knows it's not him. Based on his reaction. He's like, oh goodness. And it's just like the other ones with the candles and everything. Well, if there's a trap at the end, we definitely know for sure. And yep.
Another trap?
Okay, we gotta disprove it can't be Vivia, which is good, because I didn't think it was him. Because Halara was with Vivia during the time, and Halara would have saw him use his ability, so it couldn't have been him.
That's why I said to wait! There's no way Vivia is the culprit!
Yeah, sorry there, Shinigami. You gotta think about that one. Oh, wow.
Beat this thing.
There's a lot of those, jumping statues in this one.
I won't be convinced until you do!
Okay, we'll try something. We have a key for him, though. Let's see here. Entered and killed via spectral projection, we know from his traits. But the security log wouldn't be the answer here. As heard from Vivia, the traits of a ghost form are as follows. You cannot touch anything while using spectral projection. It cannot take over somebody else's body, nor can it be heard. And that's the one we swing with, and yeah. That was proven from the start.
To begin with, nothing can be touched while in ghost form. He couldn't have held the murder weapon, the knife.
Yeah, it would be impossible.
So it's not possible that he stabbed the doctor.
And even while he was in ghost form, even with the projection of the knife, when he threatened us, he said he couldn't even take us out with that either. So, he said himself that it's impossible. So, it's good to confirm that, even though I knew 100% Vivia couldn't be the culprit, based on what we know.
Now do you trust Vivia?
At least a little bit, I would hope.
Master, I've said this 1,000 times, but a detective must suspect everything.
True.
Besides, it's his fault for being so sketchy. The way he looks, how he talks, everything is super suspicious.
Fair.
Sorry. I do try to stay out of sight.
Which is true.
Anyway, let's go back.
But yeah, back to that room again, I guess. Weird. It's like it's completely trying to lie to us in a way.
And we're back to square one.
Even though the mystery labyrinth is made so it can't lie to us. But it's lying to us, though.
Let's try going back to the fork in the path. Maybe something else changed.
Maybe. Maybe another door opened, or maybe it changed completely to a new area. Who knows at this point? Because so far, it's just a loop so far between these areas. Anything new?
Nothing's changed.
What the?
There aren't any new doors.
Really?
What? There's nowhere to go? What was the point of eliminating all the other paths?
Honestly, good question.
Come on.
Don't start with that again. How about you help us for a change?
Yeah, Vivia, you got some information too yourself. You should know something.
You better cooperate, unless you want to get chopped up by Master Solution Blade.
I'm not doing that, Shinigami.
Hold on, Shinigami.
I don't want to get chopped up. I dislike pain immensely.
I could see that. But, it's good that you don't want to be chopped up. But I wasn't going to do that to you to begin with.
But you know, the journey up to now wasn't a waste. We did eliminate many possibilities.
True.
But that means nothing if we can't reach the truth.
True.
Nothing.
But it does mean something, though.
Why do you want the truth in the first place?
So we can survive and get out of this lab and not die to Yobi?
Huh?
There's a lot of reasons for us to want to know the truth here.
It's easy to say you want the truth. But are you sure you can handle it?
I think we can handle it. We've handled it till this point, honestly.
No matter how cruel that truth may be.
Little too close, but, depends.
Can I handle it?
I think Yuma could handle it.
I'm still not sure if you're the kind of person who can.
Huh.
I bet you're not sure either. That's why you're still so hesitant.
Hesitant, you say?
This mystery labyrinth also reflects your reluctance. Maybe that's why you can't reach the truth.
Reluctance? What do you mean by that?
What are you talking about?
Yeah, what are you talking about, Vivia?
I've said it before and I'll say it again. I won't hesitate to expose the truth.
You've said it multiple times now, Vivia.
So you still haven't realized it? Guess you're not quite there yet.
I guess not.
Well, that's fine for now. But eventually, you'll be forced to make a choice.
Forced to make a choice, you say?
When that happens, you have to prove your conviction and expose the truth. Like you said.
Like I said. You're making it sound like whoever the culprit is someone I don't want to know who the culprit is. That's kind of how I'm getting the feeling for this. But is that true?
Enough nonsense. Let's find some clues.
Yeah, we need a lot more clues to be able to solve this one.
As an apology for the distraction, let me tell you something.
What's that, Vivia?
This labyrinth appears to change shape by reflecting our investigation.
Which is true.
So, instead of following the revealed path, isn't it possible to carve your own path?
Carve my own? Maybe.
Carve my own path?
That might be possible. Can we do that, Shinigami?
That's right, Shinigami! We can create new routes with our own deductions.
Maybe. That sounds interesting.
Maybe we can do it here.
Although how would we do it, though? Exactly.
Sometimes, just a slight change in perspective is enough to completely change how you see things.
Really?
So if I change my perspective here, I might see something new.
Possibly.
I see. I was so focused on how to overcome the security system.
True, you were.
That's not right. I need to change my perspective and think about who could have overcome it.
Yeah, who could overcome something like that?
Don't
That is a good
box
question.
yourself in with your own assumptions.
We'll try not to.
Okay, I'll give it a shot.
So who could overcome it?
Vampire tells us what to do. But if Master wants to,
We can try.
then fine. I'll lend you my power. Lay it all out, Master.
Guessing Shinigami box? Or barrel? Who could? That's good question. Who could overcome it? Well, if we're going based on whose, we should be able to tell their name just by the barrel alone, right? Well, let's see what kind of question it gives us. Okay, we got rid of one of them. One of the keys. Who is capable of overcoming the security system? Well,
You can do it, Master.
Fubuki's forte could definitely go in there. And then obviously Alma Pal's design would be the other key here for this one. But not the note. The panel chamber was solved with Fubuki's power and robots. A robot immune to poison no matter how toxic, right? So... Fubuki? Okay, I was about to say. P-A-D-U-L-A-M-Z-Z. Huh? Well, it's not Fubuki. Oh, Amapal. It's Amapal, isn't it? Really? Yep, it's Amapal. I needed to go faster though, please. This thing goes way too slow sometimes. P-A. I need L. Go quicker, please. It's like literally the last second. But there we go, Amapal. Well, yeah. But Amapal wasn't the one that did it, because it's got balls for hands. Huh? Okay. Well, obviously, we know that, though. How does that help us, though? I don't think you can get inside Amapal, so... I don't think that's possible. Weird. Weird, but it did open up a staircase.
A new route appeared.
That makes more sense why there was an extra space on the left and the right now. Because I thought that was weird. I didn't notice it before, like, in the other ones, so I thought that would look different to me. for a room like this. So I kind of was looking over there just because I was curious about it, but apparently there really was other routes. Huh. But yep, a new route has appeared.
This is all thanks to me.
Yeah, thank you, Shinigami.
Perhaps I said too much. Well, nothing has been solved yet.
What, so are you saying it's the researcher?
I wish you'd express yourself a little better. How can we tell if you're happy or sad?
That is a very good question.
I've never been happy or sad in my entire life.
I would doubt that. I've seen you smiling sometimes.
I want to die someday.
You keep saying that, but sometimes I feel like you don't. Because your actions say otherwise.
This guy's hopeless.
Sometimes.
Anyway, let's explore this new route.
But yeah, next route's finally open. But we're not going to be able to go up there in today's episode. So with that being said, we are going to be definitely beginning the true, route into everything in the next one. Honestly, I'm quite curious on what's going to unravel here, because Vivia makes me think that we don't want to know who the answer is, no matter what happens. And 2, the answer seems to be completely avoiding us, no matter what we do, so far at least, until we force a deduction here. So honestly, I'm very curious on what's going to come in the next one. So with that being said, thank you all for watching, have a wonderful rest of your day, keep being spooky, and I'll see you all in the next one. Peace out. Hey boys and girls, thank you all for watching today's episode. If you liked what you saw today, please leave a like and maybe even subscribe. And hit the bell notification down below. If you guys have any kind of suggestions for games, please put that in the comments down below as well. Thank you all for watching today's episode, and keep being spooky. Peace out, guys.